Hello everyone. It's a lazy Saturday and I'm under the weather, so I'm going to try to stream some Last Epoch today, and I'm going to try to do it without my sinuses or my cough affecting the situation too much. If it starts to get a little out of control, I'll have to abandon it, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. Hello everyone. So I'm going to make sure I got everything up here and running correctly on the stream, and then we'll go. Yeah, all right. It's working. Brilliant. So here's where we're at in case anybody's playing. We're in Haboria. It's in the Divine era. It's quite a ways up north from Majolka. That's where we're at. And we have this quest to go over here to the Nomad camp. We also have a small quest over here. And then we have to run up here. There's a quest here. I think it might all be part of the same quest. So I might just go north. And if people want to see the build and stuff, I'll talk about that when I get those requests. Because the build has been really fun. You all know I'm a huge fan of battle mages, so in fact, I'm going to do one thing here. One short thing. We're just going to set up the Twitter and say, hey, everybody, we're doing this thing. So people know. And then we'll get back to it. Okay, so it's fun because I finally figured out crafting today. I watched a video on it and it didn't make any sense. So then I just kind of figured it out on my own. Oh, and as a result of that, we have a bunch of things to level up. Let's go down here. What are we doing? Passive. Activating the enchant weapon costs less mana. You deal increased elemental damage with mana with those attacks. I want that. And what's this? You have increased melee attack speed. I want that. This is, you have a chance to shock enemies, zap nearby enemies every 2 seconds, dealing spell lightning damage. Deal additional lightning damage. I'm not so concerned about that. Activating enchantment weapon cleanses negative ailments but costs more mana. That's interesting. You have an increased chance to chill enemies with melee attacks doubled while active. I want that because my whole build is basically built around that. You deal additional cold damage with melee attacks. Deal increased cold damage with melee attacks. Yes. Activating the enchant weapon causes your next melee attack to be free. Oh, really? Let's start working off in this direction. This is enchant weapon activates. I don't want to do that one. That's the one I don't want to do. You deal increased elemental damage with melee attacks proportional to how much mana you are missing. That seems important. I'm going to grab that. See what happens. This is a bomb. I love this flame ward. I absolutely, totally dig this. This has been one of the most fun things in the game. Flame ward grants increased mana regeneration while active. Yes, please. I need all of that because I don't have the skill now that I really, really want. There's just not enough spaces on the keyboard to make it all work. So, and then there's this flame. Oh, so much fun. Okay, so we got all the way over here. This is consuming sex firebrand. Yeah. There's this firebrand can have more maximum stacks. What is this? Maximum stacks plus 3. We want that one. But we have to go, what? One more in there before we can get it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so y'all know me. I love the idea of a battle mage or spell sword. Oh, he's tough. Okay. We'll pay attention to that. It's a whole new region for me. You guys, they resist cold damage, don't they? Ooh. This will be fun. Okay. The doggies. You can turn on or off the health bars above the enemies. I have them on until I get used to this build. Because I found myself wondering sometimes, how long do I have to take to kill some people? Oh, it ran away. I've never seen that before. That's impressive. Okay, buddy. Here we go. Oh, spiders. I will freeze you. Fools. probably gonna die right here, aren't I? Ooh, close. Okay. That'll be interesting. Okay, so we get a new passive. Let's see. Oh, I've been poking most everything into Spellblade. Oops. I'm trying to level up here, pal. This game is so great. Oh my god. Okay, so passives. Oof, tons of them. God, what do I want to do next? What is this? Melee attacks deal additional lightning damage. Have a chance to apply spark on hit. Fire blood. Yeah, that's not really what I want to do. What's this? Molten edge. No. All strike. Melee attacks deal additional lightning damage, and the shock they apply lasts longer. Okay, what about this? Volka's Razor. Your melee attacks deal increased elemental damage if they cost 10 or more mana. This also affects the damage dealt by all elements. I think this is part of the build that I want to do. Wait, I want to spend point. I have to spend 3 points in this. Prismatic Blade, dexterity, lightning damage. Okay, this is part of the build. I got a build online that I started looking at because I was just going to try to figure this out myself, and then I saw somebody made a really, really nice video of this particular build. And how it works, where what you do is I've got Flame Ward for protection, and then you use Firebrand to stack, to make stacks of it up to 6. And then what happens is after you attack, which you want to trigger enchant weapon before you do that, because it's going to create 50% more elemental damage for 5 seconds. Then you start attacking with this, your main attack. And what happens is you just do insane amount of crit damage with it because of the build up from here. So, it's a tricky little situation. I'm trying to learn how to pull it off. Okay, all I got right now is 4 stacks there. It's hard for me to see all this because it happens so fast. Okay. But I do like the freezing. Lots of spiders here. The really nice thing about the ward is that it does retaliation damage. So in addition to just protecting you. And that's what this rotating line over here is. That rotating blue line is my ward, and you can see it decreasing. And so it takes damage before your health does. And I get ward from attacking. You can see it build up as I attack. And then you also get ward, a huge amount of ward from that. And the flame ward can be changed. In fact, it might be. Have I changed it yet? I think the flame ward can be changed to a freezing ward. Somewhere in here. At some point in time, I got to sit down and actually figure out all the nuances of my build. But here's the thing. I've been just having too much fun entirely playing the game, so... That little noise you hear, the ding, that's when your armor has been reduced or rendered or rended or something. I can't remember what the exact precise term is, but it's pretty cool. They've done a really great job with the sound effects as far as I'm concerned. And by the way, anybody let me know if you're not getting enough game audio or you're getting too much or my voice. I haven't taken any time to really balance this. I haven't been able to record all week because I caught a horrible head cold on Tuesday. That's what I get for going back to the gym. I've only been 3 weeks going back to the gym. And what happened? I got sick. Oh, and what we made something where you can hear that little noise. Hurrah! That's, you cross one of these lines, I think, maybe. Each one of these lines is going to let you know that you've got another point and something to put up here. So this is what we want to get to, is the Flimp can have more stacks. That'll give us +3 stacks, so we should be able to get up to 6. Maybe 7. 7. Yeah, you can get up to 7. So against a boss mob, you can see, you can't. This guy's a really poor example of doing that. But against a boss mob, if you can get up to a bunch of stacks and then fire this thing off, beat on me, boys. And then we got a little mini teleport, which is really useful for getting out of bad situations. It's also nice for just darting behind a line of archers and taking them out. But of course, sometimes there's even something scarier behind the line of archers. See, so you saw the yellow damage type there. That's because those were crits. That's after popping enchant weapon after doing a bunch of firebrands. So it's just a neat little combo. But I like... this class is completely fun to play ranged as well. It's got so many awesome skills. This disintegrate is basically a laser beam. It's freaking awesome. You can take your fireball and turn it into a machine gun using embers, or you can just leave it spread out in a fire spray. It's all the different things you can do with fireball are amazing. I used fireball for the first 30 levels because it takes a while to get this online. You have to get all the way up here to get Gemini. So you can see it takes quite a bit. I was around level 40 when I finally got it. You can dual wield melee weapons by equipping a sword in the offhand. You take more damage. And you're thinking, well, why do I want to do that? Well, the answer is because in Shattered Strike right here, it's right, let's see, where is it? Where is it? What, somewhere in here. Oh yeah, what's this? Shiver, Cold Steel. Yep, Shattered Strikes, critical strikes deal more damage per equipped sword. So, and I can keep cranking this one up, and that's what I plan to do. Oh, and just like that, I died. That was awesome. Killing blow type physical. Well, okay then. Off we go. Race period. That was chunky. That's why kind of got to be careful. Make sure that before you run into a bunch of enemies, you actually have Flame Ward available. What is this over here? Shrine of Wealth. This is always fun. We like that. Where am I? Through here? Oh, some of the first loot. Oh, Skull of Ember. Come on, dude. Skull of Embers, it only has one affix on it, so we'll leave it alone. Yeah, what are we looking at here on the map? We were over here. There's something to fight up there, and there's a thing over here. And of course, this attack of yours starts out kind of small in the beginning, and then it gets bigger as you poke points into certain things. So that's also really fun. But freezing guys never gets old. I don't think we're going to be able to get to that person that we saw. There's something to do with the quest is over there. That's the main part of the quest. That's probably the spear we need to get. We're on the hunt for a spear. A spear that will do magic damage. See, there's loot here. I have a loot filter on. This is increased melee damage and frailty, and a rune stone which doesn't have anything. There are some really cool filters here. You can hit Shift F to see them. You can add all these different rules. But the nice thing is, if you want to add, if you want to create a filter, you can just paste from clipboard contents, or you can open a filter folder. You don't have to create these manually. And so there are people online who are doing a really nice job making loot filters for you to do things like hide and recolor and make them so that they're specific to your class, like this hide low level bows. Because I'm a mage, I don't want or need a bow. And if it's low level, I don't want it. So really what you're doing is you're looking for high level gear that either matches your character or is something that you want to deconstruct in the crafting position. And we'll take a look at that as it comes. We haven't got a lot of loot here. Got this thing. It's got increased melee damage and increased necrotic damage. We'll get to something that we really want to mess with here. That thing there is probably something that I just want to sell. Okay, you guys are dead. That's what I should have done the first time. For some reason, this particular area doesn't have a ton of loot. Very interesting. The area that I was just in before I started the stream had a lot of loot. How you guys doing? And then I really like the way the game does potions. Like, I don't know how many of you are watching might be veterans of not just Diablo, but Path of Exile and a whole bunch of other different kinds of games. I haven't spent any time playing anything since Diablo 2, other than I said it and I can't remember it now, but there's a game that came out in 2006 that I played, ARPG. So, you know, Diablo was always, you had to consume a lot of potions and a lot of mana potions too. And this game handles it completely differently, which I really like. And so you have a belt with, I have a belt that allows 4 slots. And then you won't see potions drop very often unless you use a potion, which is just a really smart program. What do we have here? See, so this normally isn't the color. This is part of the rule that recolored this, and it's the Mage's Opulent Robes. 130% increased fire aura damage. Wow. 64 armor, 47 mana, 24% increased mana regen. Oh. Okay, that's the reason I'd want it. We're definitely taking that. This says parry chant, shredded armor, increased physical damage, increased armor, increased cast speed. Okay, what we want to do is take a look at this. This only has the one affix on it, the 132% increased aura, fire aura damage, which is great. And then it has 3 things on the top: 64 armor, 47 mana, which is great, and 24% increased mana regen, which is really great. My resistances I'm not too worried about because they're maxed out. So if we flip this on, you can see these drop to 83 and 76. What we're going to do is a little crafting. Okay. So it's got hell. No, not on this one. We want to get rid of this one. We're going to take this. So this is a shatter rune, rune of shattering, and it'll randomly pick from these affixes that are already on it and give you runes for them down here. It'll give you these shards, I guess is what they're called. It'll give you these shards. So this is how you build up your kit of shards to use when you're crafting things, is to shatter things. And this is going to make it go away, and we're not going to sell it. So we got a mana shard. We got 3 health regeneration shards, which is great. And it won't always give you that. Like, this had 4 affixes on it, but it won't always give you for the 4 different affixes. Sometimes it'll only give you 3. We got lucky. We not only got all 4 affixes, shards for all 4 affixes, but we also got 3 specific shards for 1 affix, which is great. So now what we can do is take this over here. It does not have a lot of stuff. So we can go over here and do this. This is the Rune of Discovery, adds a random tier 1 affix to all empty affix slots. So we could just try to randomly make this a little bit better. And it's going to use some of the forging potential. And that's the only thing that's really bad about this particular robe, is it doesn't have a lot of forging potential. So it's going to add 3 random tier 1 affixes. Oh, but this is, wait a minute, adds random tier 1 affixes to all empty slots. Oh no, I don't want to use that one. Okay. Rune of Refinement. Wait a minute. What's this one? Adds a random tier 1 affixes to all empty slots. Okay, that's correct. That's what I want. It's only going to add it to these 2. That's why there's the line there. I'm only blind. It's okay. So we'll see what random effects it gives us. Oh, and it did 4. Wow, I don't know if that's a bug or not. So what we got is void resistance and necrotic resistance and lightning critical strike multiplier. You know, nothing major there, but this is the one we really want, and we can't upgrade it. We can upgrade necrotic resistance, we can upgrade void resistance, but in this zone, neither one of these are going to matter. So I don't really care about that. You can also do things like this. Rune rerolls the value of all affixes on an item within their tiers. The problem is that it doesn't change these, so it just rerolls the tier values for it. So it's a little, there's a lot of randomness. This will remove a random affix from an item, returning a number of shards equal to its tier. It's like, well, if I wanted to remove necrotic void or the lightning critical strike multiplier and try again to get a different random one, that would be okay. But I don't want it to, I don't want to lose this awesome fire aura damage one, so I'm not going to do that. I wish there was a way, and maybe there will be later on with DLC or something, that they'll give you a rune that will allow you to specify which one you want. Right now, they probably feel like that's too much power in the hands of the player, but 130% increased fire damage. That's pretty dope. And then this is increased cold damage, increased necrotic damage, critical strike avoidance, and increased health. Even though my filter's filtering that out, I'm going to grab that because I think I would want to actually use that in here. I would want to do this and shatter it because I want these cold damage, health, necrotic. I'm going to shatter that and see how many I get. Yeah, so I'm going to get those. That's nice. This giant shield, these are things that we'll sell later. Let's see where we're going. Oh, wait a minute. So there was down here. We had come all the way down here and then we looted things. Is this going to be our... Oh, this is just a really nice Soulfire Bastion key. Okay, this is really cool. There are dungeons in the games. I'm going to pick that up before I even go any further with that. There are dungeons in the games, not Champion's Gate. Where is a good one on this map? Gosh, I just want to show a dungeon. There's one right here. The Temporal Sanctum dungeon. And in order to do these dungeons, you have to have a key. And so one of the ways you can get keys is randomly. Another way that you can get keys is from the arena, which we saw earlier. And then there's a third way that's much more reliable to get keys, and I can't remember because I haven't even bothered with it yet. So that's my first dungeon key. That's cool. Wow. And so then you get shards. It's nice. It'll pick them all up at the same time. And then you get idols. I really like the idol system. These gloves are armor, bonus damage taken from critical strikes. I don't care about those gloves too much, but these idols are cool. The idols are really neat. I didn't even know that this system existed. I like it. So as you progress through the game, you will unlock these slots around here, and the idols come in all kinds of different shapes. Like you can see, this one is really big, and they offer various bonuses: plus 34 chance to shock with lightning skills, plus 12 elemental resistance. It's really cool. So I've got ward retention, cold resistance. I've got a bunch of things that health on kill. So what's this one do? 7% increase healing effectiveness. That's nice if you're a cleric paladin type. Necrotic damage and minion necrotic damage. And some classes give you minions. This is health on kill and void resistance. So I have 5 health on kill there, but it's 8% increased physical damage and minions. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. It'll go in my inventory later. And what else did we get here? Lightning damage with shurikens. Oh, wow. See, this is really nice. So again, the filter, you can turn this off by hitting the X key. I'm going to grab that in case I ever want to play. What is this? It's a rogue. Minion damage, minion damage. Sometimes I like to pick this stuff up and hang on to it in my shared stash in case I want to play one of these other classes like a druid. Strength, armor. Yeah, I'm going to grab those. I'm going to grab all those things. What is this thing right here? Okay. So off we go. That'll be fun. Now, according to the map, if we go here, I'm not sure it's in gameplay or, oh, it's right here. Overlay map opacity. I'm an old man. I'm blind. I need to see this better. So if I go to the map, on this snow, it's really hard to see. Yeah, come at me, buddy. want to see where we have to go. Oh, there's this, you can see this pulsating thing up there. We have to fight something up there. And oh, and here is, you got to go activate this. Oh, look, big old bear thing down there. Here they come. I didn't need to press that. I didn't need to press enchant weapon that time. Those guys died faster than I thought they would. Oh, there's a big Eber. Eber. That's what they're calling those things. Ebers. Finish you off there, buddy. The icy caverns. Okay, we definitely want to go there, but first we want to go activate this thing. What you got going on here, boys? Come on, everyone. They can hit me really hard, really fast. What about you? I didn't need to do that, but that's okay. And what did we pick up here? Nothing. All right. Sometimes it makes a noise and I think something's happened, like a level or whatever. But it's no. Gauntlets are failed to increase minion health damage. Alright, so over here, there's the thing. You got to activate this. So I made the mistake one time of not activating that. And what happened is, since I didn't activate it, I had to fight my way all the way through a series of them to get back here again. These map node markers down here that don't have a star in them, like this one, they don't have one of these teleporters on them. So sometimes you run into quests like this one where you have to walk through a couple of maps that don't have a teleporter. I had walked through like this. I had walked all the way through here, got to here, except this is a town, and I'd got to a place and I forgot to activate this marker. I didn't walk over and activate it, and then I had to log out to go deal with whatever. And when I logged back in, it was like, oh no, I gotta go through that map again. Bummer. So what are we looking at here? I'm trying to figure out where I need to be on this map. You guys like to hit me with that, don't you? Hey, real dudes with weapons. I gotta get the hell out of there. This guy's hit really hard. Really hard. Come here and die, doggies. Oh, you guys are all icy, aren't you? What the heck is... Oh, right there. Take that from behind. Sucker. That's acting like you can get up there? That map scene. I can't get over there. It's funny, it acts like it though. But that bridge is ruined. Find the nomads. Okay. So obviously the nomads aren't here. That's why there's multiple quest points. Probably in the icy caverns. Or maybe they're over here. I see, we're just on a hunt for them. Okay. Ah, I'm still not used to pressing these buttons. I was like, I'm gonna get away. Oh my god, he's right there. Alright, here you go, buddy. See, that's how you're supposed to do it. Oh no, oh, son of a gun. Oh gosh, you turkey. You rise back up from the dead? You bastard. Melee fire damage, melee physical damage, 9 health on melee hit. Whoa. Wait a second. What's this? Is that better than... I'll have to figure that one out later. Spell damage, that's what I like. Damage. This one's got some nice attributes here. 31% melee damage like my other one. 20% chance to poison on hit. The difference here is melee damage leeches health. This just gives you 9 health on hit straight up. Oh, that one's a better leeching sword. This one, though, this is also giving you 14 health on melee hit. This is not better. Okay, you still want the runes from this thing, though. Let's shatter it and take it. Alright, you guys can all die. Oh, you turkey. Not getting away from me. Alright, so where this cave, the entrance was down here. Alright, let's go down here and see what's going on. Does it say anything about here? It doesn't. Interesting. Well then, what is this place? And this one doesn't have... No, it's the icy caverns. It's gotta have one somewhere. It's got a teleporter somewhere. Very icy caverns. Very icy spiders. And icy bats. Gotta love bats. Oh, they're easing you into this one. What kind of damage you... I wish there was a bestiary, because sometimes, a lot of times you kill things so fast you can't see up here what it is that... Resist cold damage, uses frenzy roar. Vulnerable to melee attacks. That's nice to know about bats. So everything it says is down in this other direction. And that's where we'll go. I don't know what this thing is. Okay, conduits, nomad belt. Void damage, lightning damage, necrotic resistance. No. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it uses frenzy roar fast, it says. Well, that guy's kind of slow. Rhyme giant. Just have to kill him before he gets up on me. Oh, and if he freezes, it slows him down quite a bit. Okay. Bats. Oh, another one. Let's just kill you fast, buddy. Whoa, loads of spiders. Periodically, I gotta pause for coffee here. It's too early to be up on Saturday morning, but here I am because I was actually up at like 5 o'clock. Couldn't go back to sleep because my nose was all clogged. Oh, you're gonna do that to me? Get out of the way. Oh, that's what he does if he gets that off. That's nice to know. There's the thing right there. In case we have to come back here. Blighted Noble Gloves of Sparks. Damage over time. Cast speed. Lightning resist. Okay, there's a couple things we'd like to have from there. We'll take that. Oh. Okay. Commander's Noble Glove of Embers. Yeah, it's got 2 things on there. I'll take it. 2 things that we can grab from it. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye. Shrine of the Ice Beetle. Oh, wow. I get my own little minion? Nice. That was cute, and then he was gone. Oh, no, it says he's still there. Where is he? Oh, you're coming. Okay, cool. Come here, Ice Beetle. How cute are you? Here we go. There it is. That's nice. I like having Mr. Ice Beetle. Yeah, see, I'm smarter than you now. Now I know what your deal is. I'm gonna teleport my way out of the way when you do that. Okay, so we want to go this way. Oh, what is this? The Deft Ebertusk Clove. Alien attack speed and damage leached to health. Oh yes. Anytime I see something that says damage leached with health, I'm gonna do this. Give me the runes. Oh, and it only gave me the melee attack speed ones. Blarg. That's okay. Leeching health is important to me. All right, so what do we have here? We got Big Bear. You guys all want to protect this, don't you? You're like, you're not getting that. Oh, what is this? So here we go. It's Elemis Adorned Arcane Idol of Pyromancy. 7% chance to cast Elemental Nova when hit. 35% increased fire damage. Doubled if you have over 300 max mana. Whoa. I like that idol. Let's see where we can put... Oh my god, it's huge. Mage Adorned Idol. Oh, it's gigantic. It take up... Oh gosh. And what's it going to grant me? Cast element out. I'm going to hang on to these, but I got to see this. This is going to be cool. Let's do this. Put the tiny one back there. Ward. Yeah, ward retention is the one I want to keep. 35% increased fire damage. Doubled if you have over 300 max mana. I want to get to 300 max mana for sure. That'd be fun. Let's see this Nova thing. All right, so where are we in the... It's Iborian Forest. So maybe they're over here. And this is the Nomad camp. Okay, so we just have to make our way down to where this door is. All right, what are you guys? All right. I can hear those guys' footsteps, so I'm just going to be a little careful with them. Oh my, we have lots of wolves coming at us. Tons of wolves. Look at you. Look at you guys. These maps are great. Gosh. Like this. Fools. I think if Diablo 2 would have looked like this, I would have stayed on the ARPG bandwagon. Titan Quest looked pretty good when it came out. And that really was the last ARPG I played. This is when I wish I had a fireball up there. I'd shoot a couple and then they'd all come running. But here they come. Get the ward up, boys. Protective root shield. Holy cow, you're big. You are a big spider. You shrank as I was hitting you, though. That was kind of interesting. Come here, little tots. I missed 6 gold. Oh well. A lot of fun. Oh, what is it? Oh, there was a piece of loot there. No, don't go back, dummy. What does this say? Some kind of cabin? Do I have to fight my way through this? It said it's a camp, but I don't see any of the normal icons here. Oh, look at you guys with your throwing axes. I'm gonna enjoy freezing you. Wait a minute, what's going on right here? Oh. Yeah, you're dead. I liked it because that was a pretty good example of how this build is supposed to work. Fired off a few firebrands, smacked enchant weapon, and then a couple of hits and he was done. That was the Glyph of Chaos. The Mage's Lunar Helm of the Ox. 63 armor, mana regen, and then it's got less stuff here. It's got 1 to Runic Invocation. 16% increased elemental damage, 3% increased health. That's nice. Pyromancer's Shamanic Staff. Melee damage, spell damage. Oh yeah. Increased damage for totems. 80% increased fire damage. Yeah. Gimme. Shut at me. Oh, although those things were baked in, they're not part of the affixes. Oh, dummy me. Hold on. Living there. Need to rearrange some stuff here. What is this? The Shades Rune Stone. Plus 10 intelligence, plus 22 ward per second. Whoa, when did we pick that up? Oh my gosh, that thing's awesome. I need a spot on here that will allow me to have it. Darn it. It's a full square. It looks like it should only take up 2 spots. 10 intelligence, 22 ward per second, 5% increased cast speed. I don't know what I want to do here. Which one of these is better? I gotta hang on to that. That thing is awesome. Obviously, we want to get that on there. I'm not sure when I get my next rune slot unlocked. Or my next idle slot. Lord, coughing sucks. Oh my god. What are these? Marauder's Pickaxe. Okay. Oh, who's this? Oh no. Who are you turkeys? Oh, you're gonna run for me? Look at him frozen like that. He's all ready for the winter festival. Melee damage, increased melee stun chance, melee gold damage. Chance to shock on hit. It's only got 2 affixes though. Fire resistance and dodging. Yeah, sure, pick that up. I don't mind spending money to get those things. Okay, what do we got? Thank Herat you came. Those Wengari tried to obliterate us. Captured as many prisoners as they could. The ones you just fought were set to slaughter the rest of us. Poor guy. What guided you to us? Yulia. I see. There's only one reason for that. I saw flames of war in the sky. To enter the temple, you must have the blessed horn. Those damn Wengari stole it during the raid, unfortunately. Their fortress lies just west of here. I'll go west then, young man. Okay, so there's a fortress, and we will learn a bunch of things. Okay. Nomad camp. Oh, we gotta go this way. Yes, watch over you too. And I can see how my teleport is going to be really useful for fighting you guys. Because you like to throw those axes. Man, wasn't that... Weren't those guys in Diablo, didn't they have some axe throwers that were really annoying? Wengari Outrider. Interesting. Yeah, look at you guys. Crunchy. There's your crunchy roll.
No more.
I have wards, gentlemen. Who will protect me from you. Off we go. Oh, and we get to be right next to that to start with. Okay, who do we have here? Nomad Leader. What are you doing? It's a death trap there. What's your plan then? I'm waiting until nightfall and then sneaking through. I don't have that long. A skald can't compose a song for us if we die. We must wait for nightfall. I'll try to find the captives. You can wait here, buddy. Oh, and we got another point here. What are we doing? Melee cold damage. Yes, please. Chunk. Take a look at these. Oh, yay. Yeah, right here. So this is activating. It costs less mana. What is this one? Active. You deal additional cold and lightning damage with melee attacks for 10 physical damage that is on your weapon. Oh, that's nice. I have physical damage on my weapons. Let's see. This one is 31 melee damage, 22 melee damage. Interesting. You have an increased chance to chill enemies with melee attacks doubled while active. Yeah, we should probably grab that. And then what's this? Activating cleanses negative effects. You cast Elemental Nova when you activate enchant weapon. You pay Elemental Nova's mana cost in addition to enchant weapon. Elemental Nova. Oh, interesting. What's it cost though? Not sure I want to know. Let's do this. Back over here. Flame Ward adds an additional ward. Yes, please. Flame Ward costs less mana, and Fire Aura lasts longer. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Costs less mana. Mana now absorbs damage while Flame Ward is active. Each point of mana shields 5 health. That's what I want to do. I'm going to do that. And then there's this bad boy. Yep, we got this. We got that. What is this? If Firebrand hits at least one enemy, it consumes 10 mana to cast Flame Wave, a spell that deals fire damage in a line. That's nice. Firebrand grants global spell critical strike multiplier for stacks of Firebrand. That's what we wanted right there. Global critical strike multiplier. Bingo. Need more of that. Onward. Come at me, boys. He's got some kind of neat little... Oh, what did he do? He created some kind of idol on the ground there and it did that? That's neat. You're kind of tough, aren't you? Okay, I got you. Lots of dead guys. Ursine Gold Ring of Hope. Like to sell those. Anything that's a ring. Or an amulet, because it doesn't take up a lot of room in your inventory. Chunk. Oh, look at you guys. You're all so cute. Lined up there. Waiting for me. It really brings back the Diablo memories. So what do we have? We got something way up there and something over to the east. What's the map say? Doesn't say anything. Right, so we're going to go in one direction and then the other. No matter what. Oh, you're big, aren't you? You're big, but you're not that tough. You just looked intimidating. I like their I like their layout here. I like their aesthetic. They're pretty cool. It's cool looking. Yeah, boy. So it says go this way. Eviscerate in ruby amulet. Very cool. What are we fighting here? Oh, there you go. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this one. Oh, you didn't like that, did you? That was cool. That was how the build is supposed to work, and that was nice. Cleric's Third Eye of the Frost. Ooh, fun. Vitality and health regeneration per second. Yeah, we'll take that. Void resistance, cold resistance. Dredge it. +2 to all attributes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's take this. Shatter. Right. Void resistance and cold resistance in case you need resist later. What is this? This is what all attributes. Yeah, I want that. +2 to all attribute shard. Yeah, give that to me. Melee cold damage, shock on hit. Sure. Only got 8 runes left to shatter things. Look, you guys, you saved us. They're going to feed us to the wolves. Get out of here. We owe you our lives. Go on. We'll slip away once you've drawn the Wingari's attention elsewhere. Your leader is waiting by the entrance. So, now what? It says, retrieve the Blessed Horn and find and challenge the Wingari chieftains. Presume then that is what these other things in it. So what's the map look like? Oh, I still have to go in this direction. Okay, maybe the chieftains were back up there. I missed that you could go left there. You could go west. Go west, young man. So maybe challenging the chieftain is part of this. Oh, gentlemen. Caught in the doorway. Fools. I love it when he says that. It cracks me up. Outrider, when he gets crit, not so tough, is he? Oh, I saw that coming. Darn it. It's like, they got through that really quick. They got through my ward really fast. Do this a little bit better this time, shall we? Let's see, where are we? We gotta go way up here. Holy cow. Okay, let's go this way. Mana Forge. +3 mana. Yeah, take that. I was going slower that time because I like to watch my numbers. Everything happens so fast in the game. I like to get a handle on what's going on by watching my ward down there. For instance, I saw that coming too. That wasn't quite exactly the way I wanted that to go. I was a little bit concerned there. when I saw all those axemen throwing at me. Hey. Is it? Okay. Woj. I'm going to say Woj and it's going to be wrong. It's nice to see you. I just listened to 2 of your podcasts this week. And your friend called you Wojtek? Is that the correct way to say it? With a V sound at the beginning? I'm so bad at pronouncing anything that's not the most basic English. Yeah, guys, show up here. Oh my gosh. Get over here. Those guys were tough. Wojtek. Okay. When he pronounced it that way, I was like, well, I figured he's your friend. He does the podcast with you all the time. But see, I always get that. I should have known better because of my time in Germany, where they have a huge... It's Polish. Well, I should know because I went over to Germany. And they have the same thing where they interchange W's and V's. So they have a huge heavy metal festival called Wacken, but it's spelled Wacken. Which the first time I saw it, I just started laughing. And my girlfriend at the time, my fiance at the time, was like, "What are you laughing about?" And I was like, "Wacken? Really? That's the name of this festival?" She's like, "It's Wacken." And I'm like, "Okay." But it's spelled Wacken. So we had a good laugh about that. I made it through 2 of them. Yeah, I listened to the 2 most recent ones. I've been sick all week, so all I've been doing is playing a little bit of this game, and when I'm playing it, I have podcasts running in the background. So I like to listen to a lot of publishing podcasts that have to do with all the literary world, obviously, for what I'm trying to do. And then I listen to yours because I hadn't listened to it in a while. So those were fun. Both of those 2 most recent podcasts, I was like, oh man, I wish I was there because there were so many things I wanted to talk to you about. Whacking the music. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Wacken is a huge festival. I would love to go to that sometime, but I gotta get that to go faster. I gotta get that firebrand to go faster. Can I make it go faster? Blighted. Elemental resistance increased. Oh, what is this for? This is a sentinel relic. I'm gonna grab that because I want to play a sentinel at some point in time. Is there a way to make this go faster? That's what I need. I need speed. Stacks of firebrand last longer. You gain ward when it hits at least 1 enemy. That would be good. When you gain ward when a stack of firebrand is consumed, that'd be great. Using Shatter Strike consumes stacks of firebrand to gain frostbite chance per stack consumed. So I need this whole branch right here. You gain ward per second per stack of firebrand. I need that too. Firebrand can have more maximum stacks. Firebrand grants additional armor and fire resistance per stack of firebrand. Okay, I need that too. So I need everything down here. Galvanized. Firebrand's base fire damage and added melee fire damage from stacks is converted to lightning. I don't care about that. I don't care about the lightning tree part of it. Firebrand deals more damage per stack of firebrand, but costs more mana. Increases melee critical strike chance. So I need this. I need to go out here to kindling. Firebrand has additional melee critical multiplier per stack of firebrand. I need to go all the way out here and get this crit. I need all of this stuff. This is ridiculous. No. Vortex says, so this game I watch you playing and I'm really tempted to buy. I will wait to see if you still enjoy it in 10 more hours. Well, let's see. See how many hours I have on record. I have 26 hours on record and my character is level 46, so it's halfway to the maximum. I'm thrilled with the game, honestly. Vortex says Diablo 4 was so good for about 6 play hours, and then they really showed its ugly underbelly. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I don't think Blizzard can really be trusted anymore. I think Diablo 3 showed that, and Diablo 4 is just more of that. And what I mean by that is, you know, they turned Diablo into a live service game, which is not cool. To give you an example of what I mean by this, I got this comment today that was on my video for the first look review. It said, a bit like Path of Exile, but you have to pay for it. I mean, I don't know what to do with a comment like that. I don't know. Should I take the time to educate that person? Yes, it's not like Path of Exile at all. I mean, it's an ARPG, I get it. But Path of Exile is a free-to-play, and does anybody understand how free-to-play works? You have to have tons of microtransactions and loot boxes and cosmetics and things that people will actually spend real money on in order to make the game work. But that's not how ARPGs used to be. There was Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 and Titan Quest long before Diablo 3 turned it into a de facto looter shooter. I mean, it's no different. Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 are just ARPG versions of live service games. They are just, you know, he's like, Vortex says, well, the model is different now. You and I grew up with box games. Yes, we grew up with box games, but box games are still viable. That's the thing the industry is not learning. Like, watch Angry Joe's review of the Justice League that just came out yesterday. It's an hour-long review, or maybe even longer. But every single point he makes is completely spot on with how awful that game is, because it's a live service game. It also has some really bad writing and storytelling in it. But that's the important thing. Box games still work, and Baldur's Gate 3 showed us that. And that's what these guys are doing with this game. This is a box game with exact... This game reminds me so much of Diablo 1 and 2 because it does exactly the same things. You can group up and you can play with your friends. There's online. There's a merchant bazaar around level 60 something that you can engage in to buy and sell stuff with. But it's not a live service game. It's going to have cycles. It's going to have seasons. They're called cycles. And there will be unique content for stuff like that. And there is a cosmetic store, which you can see cosmetic store right here. I haven't even touched it. But these are like the tiniest bits of live service. It's not meant to be a live service game. This is going back to the box game model and saying what made Diablo 1 and 2 great was this. And that's why I love this game. I mean, there are people who are going to try to shoehorn it as a live service game, and it's not that. All right, let's see if we can beat this guy, whoever it is. What do we have to fight here? Yeah. Whoa, you guys are tough. This is going to take a little bit, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Wow. This is going to be hard with melee. This would have been way easier being a ranged boy. There's two of them. Bastards. Oh, this is going to take some work. Hey. Oh, yeah. That's how we want to do it. Get close to those health potions, boys. Oh, no! Oh, darn it. I thought I had it. Those random balls of death or something else. You guys aren't back up to full health, are you? Get out of there. I know. No more. I gotta run around until I get my ward back. Then I can go ward, bang on you. There was a nice crit in there. Doink. Okay, now it's just you and me, pal. Get out of here. There's the crits. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. Whoa. Vortex says, sadly, the way things work, we will have a lot of crap games with few boutique good ones here and there. That might be true, but I think maybe the industry is going to learn its lessons really, really soon, because this year and last year was so devastating for the number of people who got fired and the number of live service games that collapsed. And then we're seeing the same thing this year start right off. Last year, it started off with Redfall. And this year, it started off with Justice League. And I think everybody's sick of it. That the live service model does not work. And it's not sustainable. And it's not the magic silver bullet cash cow that everybody thought it was. And with all the layoffs going on and all the crap that's happening, and then you see Baldur's Gate 3 be really successful and do really well. And I think Hello Games' next game that's coming out, I can't remember the name of it now, but I think that game is also going to do really well precisely because it's Hello Games, and they're going to be like, no, we're going to make a really good game. We don't care about live service. I think the more games that we see doing that and that are successful, I don't think it's going to take too long before the industry figures it out. You got to go back to just making good games. You know, there's room in the industry for only a couple of really good live service games. You have to like the only game that has a consistent player base is Destiny 2. And that's it. And everything else is competitive shooters. World of Warcraft still has its people. And everything else is just, you know, people just want to play good games. All right, let's see if any of these have enough bonuses on here that we want to take them with us. Increase fire damage and melee critical strike chance. Okay, we'll take that. Oh, here we go. Okay, we'll take that. Increase damage over time. All resistances while channeling. I don't care about that. Increase minion health. Don't care about that. We'll leave all that stuff. All right, so we have to grab the horn. That was why we're here. Take the blessed horn. Take it. All right. Oh, I accidentally grabbed a piece of loot there. Well, on our way out now, down here. Let's go left and clear this path. Oh, look at this. Yeah, those two guys fighting them at the same time, man. That was entertaining. See, I love the way they do the health potions. They don't start dropping until you've exhausted, or until you start using them out of your belt. So it's not like there's a bunch of health potions just laying around wasting space. Pretty great. What I like about this game is it just seems like it was made by really smart people who, first of all, love ARPGs, and second of all, understand which parts need to be altered a little bit. Now, I don't know, maybe they just stole most of these ideas from other games like Grim Dawn and Path of Exile. I don't know, but because I haven't played those games. I do have Grim Dawn. I own it. I haven't played it though. But it makes me want to play it, playing this. High stun avoidance, is it? This game needs a bestiary. I haven't been able to find one. Oh, look at you guys. Die, heathens. Shaman. Oh, return to the medicine man. Alright, so that quest is done. Killed enough enemies here. Come at me, foes. You shall fall. I love these things. Stunning shrine. Hell yeah. The Icy Spear of Glory. It's a minion weapon. What's over here? And then there's a location over there based on the map. It'll go to Kolheim Pass. Oh, and that gets us to the Champions Arena. Okay, see, I could just teleport back, but I don't want to. Because I want to go through this and get that spot unlocked. I want to see how the Champions Arena works. Oh, don't. There's a big pit down here. Yeah, buddy. I'm really slow on the draw with grabbing the healing potion because my finger has to move. You'd think I'd be better at that being a guitar player, but no. Okay, we want to go this way. Right through here, up this ramp. Sometimes I think that's the way why I'm really bad at being a dexterous player with these video games is because I am a guitar player. Because so much of what we do playing the guitar is muscle memory. You have to train yourself to do things so it just becomes reactive playing a certain sequence of notes. It's just natural. You don't even have to think about it. And here you do have to think. It's like, oh, I'm dying. I have to press this button. And my brain finger synapses just don't work like that. Alright, where are we going? Let's find out, where is this? Oh, we're really close. Where? No, we're not. That's my blue icon. Where is it? There's a doorway over here. If you guys want to back up, you can, but I will come after you. Chance to ignite on hit. Okay. The environments here are so good. I love them. It's a party. Keep running at me, boys. We got some shards. A shimmering ice scepter of static has elemental damage and a chance to shock on hit. Okay, we'll grab that. Got a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's do this. Doink. Yay. Turn that into shards. Got a bunch of stuff here. Bunch of stuff we're going to have to do. We're going to have to go through loot here pretty soon. But hopefully after we find and activate the teleport. Raider leader. Oh, okay, so he's kind of a named guy. That's why he's a little hard to tell. Oh, the crits. Oh, the crits, and then he drops a bunch of shards. That's beautiful. Silver Amulet of Hope. Strike Multiplier. Those things are nice. Yeah. Health, Void, Resistance. Oh, yeah. Give me this. Yeah, I'll take that. What was this? Critical Strike Multiplier and Ignite on hit? Yeah. Give me those two. All right. I really like the way they're doing loot and forging in this game. Okay, let's toughen you guys up here. Oh! I couldn't quite get all those attacks off. Darn it. Okay. It respawned me back here. Oh, you rat. It respawned me back here. Oh, well. What the hell? We're good at walking, aren't we? My character can run non-stop. Boy, wouldn't I give my left nut to be able to do that. I could have used that. That would have come in handy when I was in the military. We had one guy in my flight in the military, in the Air Force, in basic training, who was a marathon runner. And you cannot believe how envious I was of that dude. It's like, man, I struggle. Oh my God, they ran all the way up here to get me. Oh, Jesus. That was awesome. I was not even prepared for that. Okay, let's take a look at this then. Melee cold damage. Yeah, let's just keep doing that. Let's take a look at these. Oh, we got another one up here. Yeah, so we said we have to go all the way up here because charring. Because we want to get to crits. Yeah, we wanted to get to crits. So Firebrand deals more melee damage per stack of Firebrand. Multiplicative with other minor. It costs more mana. It's alright. Triple Strike. Now shoots 3 lines instead of 1. This is what I want. The Conflagrate. You gain an additional stack of Firebrand when attacking, but the Firebrand costs more mana. Mana cost plus 10. Okay, we'll see how that works. Because the base Firebrand costs nothing. It's just like that. It's little. I want it to go out and hit people and build stacks really quickly. Because then we can use them to turn into critical hits. With our Shattered Strike. Alright, dudes, where are you running off to? You gonna meet me out here on the other side of this bridge? Let's go. Yeah. The Brute of Blades. Wow. Fun. Where's his friend? Oh my God. It's just like sucking down the health potions to survive that guy. He was tough. What is he? This has damage over time, and this has mana regeneration. Oh yes, please. Give me the mana regeneration. I'll take that. Alright. Old damage shard sent to the forge. Where are we going? The door is up this way. There it is. How's it feel to be frozen? Get bonus points if you know what that line is from, what movie it's from. Oh my God, spiders. Wow. I'm gonna go this way. Holy cow, what the hell is that thing? Get out of here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is gnarly. Let's try to kill these two guys first. There we go. Oh, did you see how quickly his health went down at the end there? That was awesome. Oh my gosh. Mana and ward per second. Yes, please.
I am
Yes.
not a man
Oh,
of
come
many
on.
pockets.
What do we have here? Mana regeneration. Not a man of many pockets. He
I
says.
am not a man.
Oh,
of
what is
many
this?
pockets.
It's a huge club or something? Increase minion health and endurance. Drop that. I want the other one. No, 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 no. I just want you to drop it. There you go. Because I want this thing. Take that. Shatter it. Give me this. Melee fire damage and increased stun chance with melee attacks. Okay. Wojtek says, does this game have pet classes? Yes, it does. In fact, it does. It has a druid, and basically it has a necromancer that has 3 subclasses to it. Let me get to this icon down here, to the teleporter. And then I will happily show you some of the classes, because it'll only take a second. Slayer's Claymore of Static. What's that do? Critical chance, cold damage, and chance to shock. Those are all nice. I'd like to have those actually. Let's do this. I'm stripping everything. I'm down to 1 shatter rune. I'm gonna have to go get some more. Okay, here we go. Down the steps, over here. There we go. Whoa. Whoa, big fella. Okay. So we're at the pass, and this will take us to Champion's Gate, which is where we want to go. So let's go to the town. And I will show you the pet classes. I will show you all the classes, because this is pretty cool. See, there's a pet right there. The guy's got a pet. Let's go do this quest. See what this old boy drops here. You returned safely. My men told me of the Wengara you faced. For your help, a ballad is being written on behalf of you as we speak. We will never forget what you did. And I get 2 idle slots. Yay! I got more idle slots. Where are they? They're down here on the bottom. Oh, not too helpful. Oh, bummer. They're in places where only singles can really help me, because I want these 2 in here. I want to get this other square one in here. Rats! I need this middle slot to go away. It'd be really useful. All right, let me show you this. Let's go to here, and I'll show you all the classes, and you can decide for yourself, because this will be fun. So let's create a new online character. Okay, so I put out a first look, and I put out a little video. I put out a little video about the different modes in the game. So online, offline, cycle versus legacy, and then the difficulties for normal, hardcore, and solo challenge. So if you want to know all about that, watch that video. It's less than 4 minutes long, and it'll get you all caught up. So here are the classes. Let's start over here. Well, we'll save the best for last. So we have this character is your base class Sentinel. He's going to turn into your Void Knight, Forge Guard, and Paladin, of course. Really fun stuff. There's the Rogue, which is probably the next thing I want to play, because I want to play this Blade Dancer class. This just seems like it'd be a lot of fun. Again, it's going to be, I think, a dual-wielding character. It's just going to do some really cool stuff. There's a Falconer, so obviously you're going to get a pet. Never fight alone, never fight fair. A master tactician who employs deceptive traps in the aid of a fearsome bird of prey. She survives due to her wits, ingenuity, and most of all, her falcon's loyalty. So that's awesome. Then there, of course, there's the mage, is what I'm playing. There's a sorcerer, and there's the rune master. Both of these classes are awesome. And then I'm playing the Spellblade, because you know me, I like to have swords in my hand. But all these are really fun. Then there's the druid, the primalist, and he's got the beastmaster, so the warrior who takes command of the might of beasts, leading by example with strength and power. He charges forward, the ferocity of his companions infusing his body, the heart of the wild beast within him, fury leading the way. He's got all these pets: summon bear, summon raptor, summon saber-tooth, summon frenzy totem, summon scorpion. That's kind of awesome. Then your typical shaman, and your druid, he gets a werebear form. I mean, how cool is that? And then the one that everybody's playing, this is the meta right now, is the acolyte. Everybody's playing lich. There's your summon skeleton, spirit plague. Then people are playing the lich a lot, so it's got reaper form, drain life, aura of decay, death seal, necromancer, summon wraith, summon skeletal mage. So if you want to play a necromancer, there you go. Sacrifice death shade, Assemble Abomination. I mean, how cool does this look? There's so many classes in this game that I want to play. It's ridiculous. All these subclasses I want to play. It's like, then there's a Warlock, Chaos Bolts. I mean, this is Ghost Flame. Come on. Profane Veil, Soul Feast. Kidding me? It's awesome. It's awesome. I could spend all day just playing a mage, but I want to play one of these guys. I want to play one of them. The druid's the only thing I don't want to play. And they're definitely, I would love to play a necromancer and a lich and the warlock. Even this sounds fun. So it just looks badass. So yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. I can see myself playing this game for a long time. I mean, if you're the kind of person, how is the story? Oh. It's typical ARPG story. I mean, it's very Diablo-ish. I would say it's thin on story, really. The story isn't the focus, although there have been a couple of cool cutscenes so far. It's not really story focused, which, you know, it reminds me of Diablo 1. How story focused was Diablo 1? You went back to town and the old guy told you what you had to do next, you know. There wasn't a lot going on there. This is kind of the same thing. There's this, I mean, as stories go, I guess this is what I'd say. It's better than Diablo 1 and 2 as far as the way it's set up, because it's set up in that something has happened with these 3 gems that you get that form the epoch that allow you to jump around in time from era to era to era, trying to do quests for people and kind of fix things. So, honestly, I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to the story because I've just been having too much fun playing the character and killing things. But this part is really cool because you get to jump around these timelines, and I like this a lot. And so the neat thing was, it gave them a story-based reason to build all these different environments to fight in, which is really cool. So, you know, Diablo was all about, you had the church at first, and then you got down a few levels and you're underground, and then you finally got to hell, which was its own special thing. But here they're able to really go with a wide variety of environments because of the different eras, which makes it really fun that way. So that part's cool. All right, I need to go over to this person. Nope, not there. I don't want to move. I want to go here. I want to shop because what I want to do is buy all of these. Transfer them, and then let's see, I'm gonna sell anything that I don't want to forge. So this is, wait a minute, hold on, let's do this. I'm hanging on to a couple of things for other characters that I might play. So like this armor, this is a rogue armor set. I'm gonna hang on to that. And then this is a bow or a rogue. You can see these tabs up here. You can create a new one, and it costs you some coin. It incrementally costs an extra 1,000 for each tab. It's just a way they get you to spend the currency right here. I like this. It's not like it has to be a special currency. You have to pay real money for it or anything. And then you can organize these tabs the way you want to. So I'm just hanging on to a bunch of stuff for twinks and alts, really. But this was, let's see, this thing right here, blighted. Yeah, that's a sentinel thing. I wanted to hang on to that. This is mana, physical resistance, cold resistance. Okay. This thing I wanted to do because it's got 4. Shatter that sucker. What is this? And then the rest of this, I think most of the rest of this we can sell. I don't think you really want to spend a shatter rune or shard shattering something that only has like, let's see, like this only has 2 affixes on it, 21% chance to apply frailty and 22% chance to ignite on a hit. So I'd rather just sell that kind of stuff. And if it has affixes that I don't care about, then I don't care. Like this one has 19 increased minion damage. Don't care about it. Minion health, because I'm not playing anything with minions. But if it's got more, if it's got 3 or more affixes on it that I want, like this has increased damage over time, increased cast speed, lightning resistance, then that becomes something that I want to shatter. So This has intelligence, strength, armor, and increased armor. Are you kidding me? These are some nice booties. 20 armor, increased movement speed, increased dodge rating. So it's the same as the ones I'm wearing, except it has different things. It's got 54 more armor, increased armor, 12% increased armor. Mine's got health regen per second. That's what I like about it. And this gives me ward when I traverse. So I'm going to definitely shatter that one. Give me all the goodies. It only gave me 3 though. Bummer. What's this? It's got 4. This has got 3 on it. So this is plus 34 armor, 11% reduced bonus damage taken from critical strikes, chance to apply frailty on hit, throwing damage. That's not anything I want to do. I'm going to sell that one. Sell. Increase minion health. Sell. Sell. Mana and increased mana regen though. Those 2 are worth it. So I will shatter that. Oh, it's only mana and mana regen. Give it to me. Mana plus mana regen. Okay. The rest of this. Oh, no. Grab. What? Don't drop these on the ground, you dummy. Chop. I think somebody ran off with one of those things. Ward per second and mana. Mana and ward per second. Okay, hold on. Yeah, shatter that because I want both of those rooms. And I only got the mana shard one. Right, and then I got all of these. Oh, and what is this thing down here? Soulfire Bastion Key. Okay.
Take care.
Well, here we go. New stash tab. Confirm. Do this. Keys. Make it red. Goes under general, and when they got a key thing right here. I got an icon for it. Keys. I like to be organized. I don't mind spending the coin on that. Just like I have totems. So this is increased healing effectiveness. What is this? Necrotic minion necrotic damage. That's not important to me. What do I have? I got 2 spots here that I can use. Including, like this is ward retention. Put that over here. This is increased health regeneration. This will allow me to use one of these. Increased critical strike and lightning resistance. Okay. I'm going to keep this square one. Health on kill. Wait a minute. Hold on. And it increased health regeneration. Let's do this. This is health on kill. Yes. Let's put that one in there. All right. This is going to stay organized. I don't know when we're going to get another slot for that, but I'm just hanging on to that. Wojtek says, most important, does female armor get less and less covering the higher AC it gets? Boy, I don't know. That is the joke, isn't it? That's the meme joke. All right. Look at this guy. He looks cool. So there's all of these, but there's not an inspect. That's what I'd really like to see. He looks really cool. It's nice. You can disable chat, which is what I've done, by the way, because I don't want people's boneheaded discussions showing up all the time. So where do I need to go? Where the heck do I need to go? What's it say on my question thing? It says, use the Blessed Horn in the Tundra. In the Tundra? Oh, Harboria. Okay, there we go. So in the Tundra. Well, let's go use the Blessed Horn there then. See what happens, shall we? Yeah, I had chat on for a little while the other day just to see what it's like, and it's just as awful as I remember it being. People arguing about the dumbest stuff. I don't have the brain power to exhaust on that anymore. And then, of course, there's all the people spamming buy gold here at whatever place online, and I can't, you have to actually go around and find the person and right click on them to block them, and they could be anywhere, so I don't want to hunt them down. I wish you could, as far as I know, there's not a way to just like right click on a character's name in chat and block them from there, but that's what needs to happen because all these farm sellers and all this crap. It's just, that's the online part of these games. It's just garbage to me. I have no interest. The black increased damage over time, 2 intelligence and 17 armor. Yeah, we'll pick that up. Endurance. Gold. What is this? Increased minion damage, increased health, dodge rating. Don't really care. Toxic rune. What is this? Oh, look at this one. Runestone. What the hell is this? Increased poison damage, critical strike, poison resistance, and chance to slow attackers. It's not great for me, but I'll take it. I want... Wait. Buy gold so it has a real dollar in game? Oh, no. It's like... I don't... Like, somebody will say, buy gold here, and I think what they mean is, you know, you spend real money and they'll give you a bunch of gold. I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. I don't care about it. It's not anything that I care about. There's not real... As far as I know, there's no way to buy real... There's no way to buy the gold in the game. There's just a cosmetic store. That's it. There's get points. I don't even know what that is. It's points that you can spend on these things. So you have to spend real money to get this particular thing and spend it on these. And I don't care. That's all there is. That's the extent of the live service part on it. But, you know, it's just like, I don't know if you ever played any of the old MMOs like EverQuest or WoW or stuff, but there'd people be like, you know, buy gold here. You go to a website, you do some kind of transaction with them, and they'll dump a bunch of gold in your lap in the game. Because there are people who spend all their time just farming that stuff, you know. I was like, well, that's how you want to make a living. Taking the thing that brings you joy and turning it into a job, whatever. I guess. To each his own.
Fools.
I love it when he says that. Void resistance. Okay, but it's an amulet. See, I pick up amulets because they're really small, so then you can just sell those. Yeah, there's... As soon as you come out with one of these games that has any kind of an online transaction marketplace, someone will figure out how to make real money off of it. Because they will do the thing that nobody else wants to do, which is just farm stuff. Today it's just bots. Yeah, exactly. You know? Okay, so we're supposed to use the horn here. Let's go kill these things first then. I just feel like something very bad is going to come get me. The horn. Across the expanse, you see Herod's temple. Oh, that's right. We couldn't get across there. Blow the horn. Is it going to fix the bridge? Blow the horn. Oh, it is. Oh, that's creative. Oh, I like that a lot. That makes me happy. That's really cute. All right, the temple. Yeah, see, and I remember that in EverQuest. I remember all the gold selling bots and the farm bots and all that stuff. And it was like, you just took a bunch of time to add them to your ignore list and get them out of there. The Temple of Head Out. All right, so that means there is... Oh, it's straight ahead. Good. I'm always really on the ball about going and unlocking the portal, because if I have to abandon the game for some real world reason, I want to be able to come back right to here. There we go. You guys got a cute little move where you run away a little bit, don't you? Oh, nice. What did we get out of that? Assassin shamanic staff. Okay. Puppy dogs. Did we get another thing? We did, right there. All right. So this is the Flame Ward. Grants increased mana regeneration. I like that. Absorbs more damage. To all this right here. Keep going on that. What was the name of that tunnel next to the city that all trading was happening in EverQuest? Oh yeah, that was the Common Lands tunnel. There was the East Common Lands and the West Common Lands, and it was in that tunnel. It's where everybody was always trading. God, I love that game. I love that game world. It was just so done so really well. Yep. And then you'd go out into the Desert of Roe and a giant level 50 sand giant would squash you when you weren't looking. You'd be out there fighting scarabs, beetles with your friends, and then somebody yell at you, "Oh no, run!" And you'd turn around just in time to see a sand giant whack you down. And you know what? The most rewarding part of that game was not going and getting to do raids at the end and clearing fear and hate, and then later on there was all this Cicero Temple shit and all that stuff. The most rewarding thing in the game was getting to a high enough level with my Shadow Knight to where I could kite and kill a sand giant. And I just went back to the Desert of Roe and found sand giants and killed him so I could make the newbies would be in awe. They'd be like, "Oh my God." It was just so much fun to go back there and get revenge on the sand giants and on the griffins and the common lands. Yep, did that too. Because with the Shadow Knight, you could do the same thing a Necromancer could do. You had a dot that would slow them down. And then since you were a Shadow Knight, your dot wasn't nearly as good as the Necromancer's, but you could kite it for a little bit and then melee it for a little bit and then kite it some more. And it was badass being a Shadow Knight. And of course, you could life tap the hell out of it. So that was, God, that was rewarding. And that's why EverQuest is a reason, specifically the reason why I am not a fan of games that want to do level scaling, because there is something really rewarding about going back to a lower level with certain enemies and being able to get revenge on them, things that used to kill you. Like in this game even, I had to go do a quest somewhere way off in the world in an earlier level where I had been. And I'm like, oh, I didn't realize I still had a quest to go finish. And I walked in there with this build now, and it was so much fun to just march over everything, not even have to worry about what's going on. It was just joyous. I'm not a fan of level scaling. I really wish developers wouldn't do it. Because I think the way to make non-level scaling stuff really cool, even in single player game like Skyrim, is to put enemies in an area that you're not meant to kill at your level. And a prime example of that is the giants in Skyrim that are right outside of Whiterun. They're level 20 plus, and when you get there, they just eat you for lunch. But then later on, when you're powerful enough, they're nothing. You know, and that is just so much fun to finally to have something scary in the game that you should avoid. And then later on, you get to say, all right, I'm getting my revenge now, and I'm going to go farm you guys. I'm going to kick your butts. Or the mountain pass zone, the trains of NPCs. Well, yeah, and that was the Karanas, High Pass Hold and the Karanas. The most devastating trains I saw were in Khazad-dûl, which you could really start going into around level 25. And I remember going into Khazad-dûl, and it had one of these like S-shaped entrances, and then the hallway, there were just corpses everywhere. And I remember a whole bunch of my friends telling me, don't go there. They all wanted to level in the outdoor zones where things were easier and where you could kite things and where a group of 6 could survive very easily but wouldn't make a lot of experience. And I was like, no, but I heard Khazad-dûl, you can make levels really fast. So I went in there without my friends and without my guild, and I made a bunch of friends in there because as a Shadow Knight I could pull, and I was a really good puller. You either needed a monk or you needed a Shadow Knight with feigned death. And oh my God, we learned that whole zone inside out. And of course that was where the mid-level Shadow Knight armor pieces dropped. So that was a benefit to me anyways. But it was just so much fun to learn that zone, and it's be a place where, like, my character's name was Shara. It was a female Shadow Knight, Dark Elf. And I remember you'd log in and your guild's like, where's Shara? And it's like, she's in Khazad-dûl. And then, of course, later Guck, you know, everybody went to Guck. But by the time I got to Guck, being in a dungeon was no big deal because we had all done Kazakh Thule. Like, we had all learned how not to create those deadly trains. We'd find a really good corner and then we'd mow through that dungeon and just, oh God, those were great times. Those were so much fun. It was the best. EverQuest was so enjoyable. No! Oh, I keep forgetting that he drops that snow on me. Physical and cold. I got you, buddy. Wait a minute, where am I? I got you. Keep forgetting I gotta get out of the way when he does that. We got some shrines over here. What the hell? I'm missing shrines. Ace shrine. Oh. Yeah, drop that on someone else. Oh, here we go. Get in there. It's like trying to get in there when there's the lawnmower. You're not going to get in there. What is this? This, oh, another haste shrine. Okay, there's two of them. Well, that's interesting. Haste shrine. I presume this is the right way to go. There's the Cryomancer's Jade Ring. Well, it's money. Yeah, we're gonna come get you guys. And you're gonna fall down like a dead man. Yeah, I remember High Pass Hold too. And remember Unrest? Unrest was the haunted mansion or whatever, and it was where a lot of people, when they started on the other continent as like wood elves and stuff, that's where they would go in the late teens to early 20s. Like level 15 to 25 is where you would go for Unrest. And that was where, here's how old I am as an EverQuest player. We had a friend come in who had all the purple armor as a cleric from the Plane of Hate, I think is where the clerics got that armor from. So she was like level 45 or something and had a full suit of purple plate armor. She came into Unrest to help a bunch of people and she got overwhelmed by a train and died. And this was back in the day when you could grant someone permission to drag your corpse. But in doing so, it also gave them permission to loot everything off your body. And they did. This was before that armor became no drop. Before they put the no drop tag on those kinds of armor pieces so that it could not be transferred to another character. And this was back in the day when you could still drag another character. It was amazing to me. I mean, talk about being mad and all of us being angry. And it was like, and someone just grabbed that armor off of them and slipped away, and then obviously put it on some kind of a, you know, twink or something. And we were just like, and that was when Sony Online Entertainment, SOE, the company in charge of making that game, that's when they started to change the rules. They were like, okay, first of all, corpse dragging is a bad idea, and we got to start putting no drop on this armor. And that's what they did. And so then that, of course, changed Rage. You know, it was like, now you got a corpse on the ground and everybody's got to do the rolls beforehand because the person who loots the armor, it's going to be no drop and they're not going to be able to hand it to anybody else. So that kind of stuff. God, those were fun days. That was just the best. It's just, I mean, it was awful, but it was also the best. Those early days of EverQuest were so fun. Get out of there. That didn't work. What's going on there? I moved my finger and pressed it the wrong way. It's my fault again. User error, as usual. If anything was bad in this video game, it's just user error. That's all. It's not the game's fault. I've ran into one bug the whole time I've been playing this game, by the way. Wojtek says, what made the game great was the trust you had to build. It was hard and you could build your reputation, basically community. No, that's what I miss most about EverQuest is the community. I miss the guilds that I was in. I miss the friends that I made. It was really fun to, like I said, Kazakh Duel was the greatest experience I had in the game, even though later on there were the Planes of Power and we were jumping all over the place to all different high level stuff. And there was the Temple of Assisra and we went to the moon on Luklin and there was all the raiding that you could do. I mean, there ended up being so many more raids than just Plane of Fear and the Plane of Hate. But what I loved was Kazakh Duel. I went in there as a nobody. Because like I said, my guild members wouldn't come with me. And I had to convince people that I knew what I was doing. So that's what they do. They'll invite you in their group, but in a dungeon like that, where the stakes are high and there are trains of corpses everywhere and nobody wants to lose experience. Because remember, those were the days when you could lose experience, like a lot of experience. I think you could still de-level it. Nobody wanted to play with a screw up. So you get in there and you've got a huge job as a Shadow Knight with Feign Death because yours is a spell. Unlike a monk who could feign death as a skill, yours could fail if your spell got disrupted while a thing was trying to hit you. And so you had to, at that point in time, you just had to take one for the team. But then, of course, they get pissed off because you've slowed down. They got a corpse recover you. It slows down the whole grind of everybody earning experience. So you had to go in there and prove to people that you knew what you were doing and you could do it really well. And then what happens is that cool transition of going from being nobody that no one can trust, being somebody that no one can trust, to all of a sudden you're a coveted person, to where I would log my character out at the entrance and I would log in the next day and I would put up my looking for group flag, and I didn't even have to shout in the zone, and all of a sudden a whole bunch of tells would be coming my way and they'd be like, join us, we're here in this part of the dungeon, you know, because they know you by then. They're like, they've got you on their friends list and they're waiting for you to log in. They're like, dude, we need to pull her. Shara just logged in, grab her. You know, it was awesome. It was awesome to build that kind of reputation with people and to build friends. And then of course you start to get into guilds, and I really liked researching. You guys know how much of a nerd I am. I loved researching raids. I loved researching all the tactics. So like I joined a guild on one of the role-playing server. I joined a guild there because I wanted to get away from some of the toxicity of the main servers. And I ended up in a guild of people who said, well, you know, raids are really hard, but we'd like to do some of them. And I'm like, dude, I came from a raiding guild on a regular server. I'd happily teach you guys and lead some raids and stuff. And that was a blast because here we were on a role-playing server. Get out of there. Here we were on a role-playing server, doing mostly role-playing things and playing as groups and doing quests and stuff. And then occasionally we'd get together and do some really cool raids. And in fact, that transferred over to EverQuest 2. That was where it became really fun because they changed the raid requirements. I loved EverQuest 2 for that reason, because they changed it from you could have any number of people you wanted in on a raid to now raids were specifically designed for 12, 18, or 24 players. And that was really cool. Because I remember on my server, try not to get killed here while I'm talking. I was on the Rod Set Knife server, which was not a big raiding server. It didn't have Legacy of Steel on it, and it wasn't the server with Fires of Heaven on it. Those were the two big raid guilds that everybody knew because their web pages and stuff, which were hilarious. So there weren't a lot of like what I would call super top tier raid guilds on Rod Set Knife. But on our server, when the expansion came out where they had Tunari and you could actually fight her, the goddess of the plane of whatever it was, the plane of the forest or whatever, I can't remember. We had 137 people in the zone when we tried to attack her, and it was over in 5 minutes. Everybody was dead. And this was the coolest thing. Like 6 to 8 months later, I remember getting in a group with somebody, and there was a paladin there with the sword that you could see because of the graphic. You knew it was the sword from Tunari. And I'm like, dude, how did you get that? And he goes, well, because I was like, I was there the first time the entire server took her on. And he goes, yeah, well, we finally figured out the strategy. And I'm like, how many people did it take you to kill her? And he goes, 26. And I was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Like, that's the kind of stuff that you can only get in those games, is those kinds of stories. 137 people went in and they got wiped out in 5 minutes. There was nobody left. And then here it is 8 months later, and a paladin's got the sword. It's like, that's badass. And just the stories, you know, the number of friends and the number of quests we did for people where we had to go to dungeons and do hard things to get somebody something, or you're in Guck camping out the FBSS flowing black silk sash room because they need a haste belt or whatever. I mean, there's a ton of stories. Those stories stick with me forever. Those friends and those stories. That stuff will live with me forever because that game was just so much fun. And it's not that it's a fantastic game by any stretch. Get out of there. But it was just all of those connections. Wojtek says, how do you remember all those names? Freak recollection skills? Ah, boy, do we want to get into that today? Maybe we will. So my brain doesn't work like other people's brains. That's just kind of a fact of life. And in the last couple of months, I've started to learn why it doesn't work like other people's brains. I took a test. It's a Saturday and 4 people are watching, so nobody's gonna know. These videos on replay get about 150 views, so I was gonna save this for something. I should just stumble into this. Let's go see if we can build this, and then I'll talk about that. Let's go kill this thing. Oh my god. Yeah. Get out of there. This is ugly. I don't like this fight. I don't like this. Daddy doesn't like it. I'm gonna kill some stuff here. Extra health potions. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Need some big crits there. Get out of there. Get out. Go grab potions. Spreading frost. Okay, what are you doing here, bud? Ah. There we go. That's what I wanted to do, is pull that off, because that's how it's supposed to work. Wojtek says, I do like how clean their attacks are in D4. I could never tell where not to stand. Yeah, this game has some really great ways that it handles cues for the player, so you know where not to stand. Fighting all the bosses has been really fun. I like it a lot. I'm just going to grab all this stuff because I got a pretty empty beltage here. Let's look at this. What else do we have? Increase minion health. No. Chance to bleed on hit. Polymath. +1 to all attributes. Melee damage. Intelligence and physical resistance. I might take that. Let's go see. What is this? Farwood? Divine area. Quest is completed. Now let's find Grail. Oh, okay. There. So anyway, back to my brain not working like everybody else's. This is something that's really become evident in the last few months. There's been some events that have happened that have made me sit back and say, wait a minute. Am I the problem? And so I started to see certain patterns in things. And so I just contacted this place close to me and took a test. And it's called the RADS-R test, RAADS-R for revised. It's a test for autism. And the result of the test was that neurotypical people don't score above a 64 on it. And I scored quite a bit above that. They said that can't be used as a diagnosis. You actually have to go get diagnosed by an actual mental health professional. But it's a good indicator that I have Asperger's. They score you on a number of categories and ask you a ton of questions. So I have made an appointment for September. That's how far out I have to wait. But I've made an appointment for the end of September. It's actually 2 days of testing and vetting and investigation before they can make an assessment. But when I found out that that was likely what's going on with my brain, it answered a whole lot of questions. It explained a whole lot of things that have happened to me since the time I was in 6th grade. And it explains all these weird things that I do in real life. So it just explained a whole mess of things. How do you spell that? Asperger. Yeah, no, not quite like that, but it's like Aspergie, I think. Oh no, I mean not IE. People call themselves Aspies. That's why I'm thinking of that. But it's not a term that's actually used anymore in the DSM, which is the book on psychiatric diagnosis, I think is what it is. They don't use that term anymore, but it's a really apt term. They used to call them high functioning autistic people as well, but there are a lot of people who don't like the connotation of meaning there's lower functioning autistic people. I don't really care what the label is. Asperger makes a lot of sense to me because I've known what Asperger's is for a long time from watching movies and things like that. It just makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, so Wojtek, let me see. Yeah, it's spelled Aspergers. Asperger's. So it's like you're on one far end of the autism spectrum. At the other far end of the autism spectrum are people who are nonverbal, basically, and they have really pronounced symptoms that can make it hard for them to do anything like hold down a job or live by themselves. Asperger's are people on the other end of the spectrum. They're high functioning. They can have jobs, get married, have kids. I've done all those things. But we have a number of traits. Asperger people have a number of traits on the autism spectrum that just make life difficult. And the reason that, Asperger syndrome. And the reason that I wanted to get tested is because I've noticed throughout my life, I've had a really hard time communicating with people, especially people I care about. Communication has always been hard. Social settings have been a bit hard for me. People with Asperger's, people with autism will typically talk really loudly in social settings. Sometimes dominate conversations. They will not understand the visual cues of other people to know that they should stop talking. And I mean, it's one of, there are dozens and dozens of different syndromes that different symptoms that add up to a person being on the spectrum. But the bottom line is your brain just functions differently. And one of the most common things that I've seen from other people with Asperger's and autism is that they'll talk about how communicating with neurotypical people makes them feel like they're talking to aliens. And I have felt like that for my entire life. It's like, so it just, when I started to read some of these accounts from other people, a lot of things started to fall into place. Now, again, I don't know if I have Asperger's. I don't know if I'm on the spectrum. I suspect that I am, and the test certainly is a good indicator that I might be. but I have to wait for a professional diagnosis. So we'll, I'll do a video on the channel if and when that, well, it'll happen. It's just a matter of what the results can be. If I go do my professional evaluation and they come back and say, you definitely are on the spectrum, then I'm just going to do a short video about it. I'm going to talk about some of the things that happened when I was a kid, some of the things that have happened to me as an adult, the various ways that it affects my life, because it has been difficult. It has made things a lot more difficult for me in various stages. Well, Wojtek is like, oh my god, it makes sense now. They are all aliens to me. Yeah, so there's a lot to do with sensory issues for people with autism, and I had never really put together all my different sensory issues. I had also never put together the stimming. There's something that autistic people do called stimming, which is self-stimulation. It's something that everybody does. Every human being does it, but for autistic people, it's really noticeable, and they will do it in settings where it's not appropriate. I have had various different stimming things going on my whole life, and it seems to move around. But like, I'm not going to talk about it. There's too many things to talk about. There were just too many different clues as I started reading about it. It's like, oh, this makes a load of sense. But again, and so that's why I'm really anxious to get professional diagnosis, have somebody tell me yes or no that this is the problem. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of cold right now. But like the way autistic people deal with rules, not wanting to bend them so much. I think you all know what I'm like in regards to that kind of stuff. Like I have a problem even thieving anything in a video game. So it's just one thing after another that makes you say, what the heck? Has this been the situation the whole time? So back to everyday life. How does it change? Is there medicine or just understanding? There's no medicine for it. It's just understanding. That's all I want from it. If I know that this thing is true, if I can have a healthcare professional say, you are definitely autistic, then it helps me because I know it, and it can help everybody around me who I'm close with, which is the reason I wanted to find out, because then they know, and then they can say, okay, he's doing this because he's autistic. It's not because he's an asshole. I mean, because autistic people can be called all kinds of things. Frequently referred to as cold and arrogant and all kinds of other different labels, because autistic people tend to be very, very blunt. They don't really have a filter. That's one of the things I've struggled with my whole life. Is having a filter, And people make the joke and they're like, just say what you mean. And it's like, well, yeah, why would I do anything else? But that's one of the things. I wonder if this is just evolution thing. Maybe autistic is better. Believe me, there is that thought process. Like, what if the world was just autistic people? I don't know the answer to that. I know that autistic people, are a much smaller percentage of the population. It's like 1 in every 64 people. So of course, how the world runs. The majority gets to run the world. The majority decides what is normal. I mean, it makes me think about that episode of The Twilight Zone. What was that called? Yeah, The Eye of the Beholder was a Twilight episode where the people had pig faces and the woman's face was covered in a surgical mask because they'd had to do surgery on her. And so she was paranoid that she was going to wake up looking pig-faced. but she wakes up looking like a normal person, and like the surgery didn't take thing. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's fascinating, and it kind of is an analogy for autism, which is pretty awesome. Pine says, in my opinion, it's not a bad thing, though it depends on the severity, of course. Of course, the bad part of it is it does make communicating with the people you care about really, really hard. And I've just struggled with it. I'm 52 years old now, and I've struggled with it my entire life. So that's the negative side of it, is that it just makes it really hard to talk to and understand other people. And something that my brain is always doing is I'm frequently listening to people talk, and I feel like I have a really good command of the English language because I have a very high IQ. So I feel like I understand the definition of words really well. But neurotypical people will use language in a way that is really hard for autistic people to understand. And it's more than just not understanding sarcasm. They will say things, and then they'll say at the end of their sentence, they'll be like, you know what I mean? And everybody else in the social setting will know what they mean. And I'm sitting there going, I don't know what you mean. I think you used the wrong words. And so that makes it very difficult. And I wish I had specific examples where I could say, this is what I mean. This is an example of this thing happening. But it's just so awkward when it happens. It's like, how is everybody else in this conversation understanding what you're talking about? And I'm not. You know, that's like a really weird... And this happens the most frequently with me and my wife. She'll say things and I have no idea what she's talking about. I just don't understand literally what she's talking about. Wojtek says, it would be great. Imagine people saying what they mean. We would get shit done. That is what it feels like from my perspective as a potential autistic person. Autistic people just say what they mean, and they use clear language. And they don't get... Two autistic people could talk to each other and not get confused. So yeah, the communication barrier part is the problem that I find. The rest of it, the stimming, the wearing the same clothes, the dealing with sensory issues, the blackout curtains, the maintaining a routine, eating spicy food because we're sensory people, all the different sensory issues. I don't have a problem with any of that stuff. None of that stuff has been a huge detriment to my life, but it's been the communication stuff that's been problematic. And the reason that I wanted to get an answer so that I could at least have a better understanding of what's going on. Where is this person? Pine says, likely I have it too, though I don't care about a diagnosis. It's just a different way to process things. And that's the thing. It's a totally different way to process things. I can't tell you how many times I'm struck by someone thinking about a subject and articulating how they're thinking about it and coming to a conclusion. And I'm like, how did you get from point A to point B? Because I started at point A and I get to point F. I get somewhere completely different. And again, that happens with my wife a lot. She accuses me sometimes of playing devil's advocate. And it's like, no, devil's advocate is just trying to see it a different way on purpose, for the purpose of seeing it a different way. I'm seeing it a different way because honestly, my brain operates differently. And so I try to express that to her. I'm like, I'm not sure that that's what you think it means, kind of thing. You know, we have a lot of arguments and conversations. A lot of our arguments start that way because we just perceive the world really differently. And I've got my cat trying to blind me by opening the blackout curtain. Baby, what are you doing, baby girl? Get down. You're killing me, Smalls. And so, yeah, when you were saying, Wojtek, at the beginning about, How do I remember all those things? That's part of it. Like, something autistic people can do is be an encyclopedia of knowledge about things that they care about a lot. Autistic people can find it very invigorating to spend time on things that they're very passionate about. And then everything else really feels like a chore. Now, I think that's probably the same for a lot of normal people too. So I'm not sure that that's an autistic only trait. But that's the thing about it when you start studying all the different stuff that comes with the diagnosis of having Asperger's or autism, is that individually there are a bunch of little things that you can say, oh, well, I know somebody with that and they're not autistic. And I know somebody else with this trait and they're not autistic. And that's why what they really want to do is they're grading you to see, do you have enough of these traits to classify you as being autistic? Because if you have a whole bunch of the traits, then it makes sense. Then they can start to see that. But it's harder to diagnose in adults because adults do something called masking, which means that they've spent their whole life kind of trying to hide their autism, and they know that they're different in social situations. So they really work at mimicking what other people do, even if it's not naturally what they want to do or what they want to say. And so the mask, after a while, just becomes second nature to them. And it's hard to tell when you're masking and when you're not masking. And that makes it harder to diagnose adults, of course. Hines says, I know the devil's advocate thing, though. I am accused of being contrarian, though I don't see it from that one biased perspective, but logically. That's the thing. You know, it really sucks to be accused of playing devil's advocate when it's like, you know exactly what devil's advocate means, and you're not doing that. You're just looking at a situation that the person has described and saying, I see it differently. I've come to a different conclusion because the logic in my brain suggests something else. Suggests a different conclusion, you know. So yeah, those are the oddities. One of the many oddities about the whole thing. It's just arcane wind. When you hit an enemy with a cold skill, you chill additional nearby enemies. This effect has a 5-second cooldown. Augments the ward gain effects of the reactive ward and Son of Storms nodes, causing them to grant more ward and have shorter cooldowns. Yeah, but that's the reactive ward. I'm more about the active ward. Let's go over here. What do we have? What is this? Intelligence, ward per second, 3 per point. What? Burden of knowledge. You have additional spell damage, but your spells take longer to cast. Each point of intelligence grants 4% ward retention and improves skills that rely on carefully studied magic, such as lightning, blast, and flame. Okay. Bulka's Razor. Yeah, I wanted to do that, didn't I? Because it was... Your melee attacks deal increased elemental damage if they cost 10 or more mana. This also affects the damage dealt by all the ailments they apply in the spells. Yeah, I want that. But why can't I do that? Oh, because I gotta have 3 of this. Okay. So anyway, your boy might be autistic. He also might not. I might just have a whole bunch of the quirks. We'll see. We'll find out. But that's what's been going on in my life lately, is dealing with that knowledge and trying to understand it. All right, what is this? We got our friend here.
You're alive.
Grail.
But I thought you died.
No, it's a long
But
story.
how? And, well, it's good to see you, but why are you here?
Not everybody has voice lines in it, so it's nice when they do.
Yulia. The lance. Then, Herod. I apologize for my rudeness. I haven't seen a face that wasn't furry, wooden, or trying to kill me for weeks. What changed his mind about the lance?
Herod is dying. Rhea dealt him a fatal blow.
No. Damn it. I'll avenge him. His lance will be struck straight into Raye's black heart with my hands.
These are basically the gods of this realm. Rhea is one of them. Rhea. Anyway.
think I was wasting time on Yirun? Morditas, do you not know? Yirun was a champion, and was there when Morditas rebelled, until Yirun was seduced into becoming his champion. A great warrior swayed.
Probably with candy and booze.
I wanted to learn more. Legends say he might be imprisoned somewhere close, but who cares about that? I must deal with Raye. The lance is just up ahead.
Raye. Okay. It's not how I spelled it, but there we go. I got this guy on my side. Oh, that's nice. We haven't fought with a friend since the very beginning of the game. That's cool. Which way do we gotta go? Either way? I shall kill you, ice thingies. Oh, we got an item. I'm gonna have to cut the stream for lunch pretty soon, and it's good because my cough is picking up. What is this one? 23 armor, 5 increased lightning damage, 5 increased minion damage. Nice. Let's go over here. Oh, chains across the tree. So this tree is into some kinky stuff. Alright. Well, we're at some kind of spindle. Which way do we need to go? This way? Bring it, spiders. Whoa. What? Just... I can't see because that thing's in the way. You're not gonna get a go. It's not your turn. I'm gonna ice you to death. Warrior's Ice Scepter. Physical damage and spell critical strike chance. Yeah, we'll take that. What is it? This thing? Shatter. Anyway. Onward. Shrine of Wealth. Nice. Want all that wealth. I need that. Help me buy stuff. Oh, if you think that that helps, gonna help you. Making that little ice wall back there. Vengeful Ice Elemental of Focus. Ooh. He can take down those guys. What do we got here? Blockchains. Oh, what's going on here? Lots of dead people. Captain's chain belt. Throw damage. I don't care about that. Grail. Grail, can you get healthy here, bud? Cat. It's just went in the window again. It's blinding me. Don't run up there on it. I'm trying to get you healthier. Is this cold damage? 2 intelligence. Oh, grab that one. Necrotic resistance. I like to unforge. I like to shatter the things with resistances because you know you're gonna need them later. So I feel like it's really good to pick those up so that you can grab those shards for later. Because that was how I got some of my resistances up early. I have only 69 lightning now, but I had 100 and something at one point in time. Change some gear here with the idols and things, but that's a good way to do it. Is if you have forge ability on something and it has resistance, like this one has necrotic resistance, you can add to that. It's got void resistance on it too. What is this? Health regeneration. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my god, this is a mess over here. It's a mess, I say. Gotta straighten this mess up. Ugh. It's the typical thing here. Transfer materials. There we go. What the hell is going on here? Can I get that over there? Yeah. Put it there. There we go. Let's do this. You can go like that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, if you can get your stuff straightened out here. What about this? That. That's a little better. It's not great. Got some room for some stuff, sir. What is these? Robes. Vitality, armor, increased dodge rating, don't care. It's got 64 armor and 17 mana. It's not as good. Sash, though. We wanted that sash. And these were boots. Armor, movement speed, cold resistance, vitality, elemental resistance, and increased armor. Those are things I'd like to tear off of that. So we're going to unforge this because it's got 4 mana regeneration, health regeneration, and critical strike avoidance would be nice to have. Gave us 3 of the minion ones, of course. All right. Wojtek says, gotta run. Been nice to catch up with you live. Thanks, Wojtek. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to shut the stream off shortly in the next 10 or 15 minutes, maybe, after we go kill this thing. So it's good to see you again. Let's connect in the future, bud, and do your podcast. That would be a lot of fun. The weather's going to get nicer soon. And Rocklight shows up. He says, not related to this game, but I listened to a Baldur's Gate 3 video of yours that mentioned Luality. I went and watched her and recalled why I blocked the memory of her. She takes so long to gen a character. Really, does she? Oh my gosh. Cries when she does and spends half of the stream thanking people with half-finished sentences. She's, of course, very good at Baldur's Gate 3. That's the only reason I was watching, was because she's a genius at the tactics. But yeah, and she's easy on the eyes, but not my cup of tea. Okay, we got a big wolf here. He was very big. Leeching. Melee damage leached his health. Oh yeah, I want it. If I can get that, I want it. That guy builds a wall around him, which is really cool. So that's another reason it's really good to have a movement spell there. I'm real big on having the movement spell. I'm just about out of spots, so unless I see something really good, I'm not going to pick it up. What's going on over here, friend? How are you doing? You're full health. Good. I have a feeling we're getting close to. We're getting close to the big dudes. Let's just keep him from getting close. Get him at that periphery of our attack here. Fools. Cat, you're back for more. You're just a rat song, aren't you? That Stephen Piercy singing every time you come over here. You shall not pass. Which direction do we... Oh, you're going to go up there and fight these guys? Good job, dude. That's what you got to do, is get out of the way by using the movement spell. And then crit the hell out of them. Get out of here. Some more build up back. just keep coming. What is going on here? Why are you keep coming? Is it the kennels or something? What is going on? Does Mama over here have an ability to keep summoning Frozen Wolf of the Lizard? She has this ability to keep summoning wolves, I see. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Dredge Hook of Conflagration. Melee fire damage. Alright, so we just needed to go up here. What's the map say? Frozen Roots, and then we're at the Tomb of Morditis. Okay. Can my stomach hold off long enough for the Tomb of Morditis?
All that's left is locating the lance.
Okay, friend, but oh, it's really something's really close. Uh-oh. The Frostroot Warden. Oh! You sting me. I didn't realize that was gonna work like that. I was trying to save my teleport for as an escape. Well,
all that's left is locating.
Yeah, all that's left. Let's try this again there, bud. Hammerhead. Oh, actually, you know what? When I had him frozen. Let's get him frozen. There we go. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to do. Get away. Wrong button. There we go. Fire a bunch of these. Now fire this off. There we go. That's how the build's supposed to work. Bunch of this. 5, 6, 7, go. There, get the crits in there, baby. Oh, you're gonna die. Get out of here. Will I know your torment? I'm gonna know your death here pretty soon, buddy. Hey. There he is. He died. Okay. Well, let's grab all the shards. That'll clear things up. Jeez, how much room do we have? Let's make some room here. Oh my goodness. I have a lot of room. Thanks. What is this? Increase melee damage, melee fire. Okay. I need a whole bunch of shards that I don't have. What is this? Mage's Copper Circlet. Wow. Increase speed, armor, 8 reduction bonus damage taken from critical strikes, elemental resistance. That seems nice. Let's go grab this thing. Is it something we physically have to grab? Before he was a figure frozen in ice, the demigod Morditis, impaled by the lance of Heriot. Okay, we took the lance. It's not in our inventory, is it? No, good. Mage's Copper Circle. Alright. Plus 8 armor. I don't know if that's worth picking up. This has got 4 affixes on it, including health regeneration, so I want that. Freeze rate multiplier. I want that. There's a bunch of stuff I want here. Okay, grab the amulet because it's small. Plus 20 mana. Shock to hit. Increased stun chance. Can I fit it in there? Okay, and then what is this? Freezing. Yes, we were able to pick that up. Okay, cool. God, we're stacked here. This is lightning resistance and vitality. Is there anything we can drop here that's not that great? Stun chance with melee attacks, increase melee damage. This is worth a lot of room. Let's drop that and pick this up instead. Alright, I think we're good. Now let's talk to our boy.
We have the lance, which means I must return to Heoboria.
Heoboria.
Would you come with me? It's a large request, but I need all the help I can get.
On one condition. I need the lance after.
But why?
Explain the immortal emperor.
Ha! Immortal Empire. Are you serious?
Explain time travel and the epoch.
I'll give you one better. After we're standing over Raye's corpse, we'll take that bag of bones together.
Gladly.
The battle with Irun was amazing. I'm itching for one better.
Perfect.
Tell me more of this immortal emperor on our journey.
Great. Heobordia. Well, there we
The
go.
lance was found, and a bond was formed.
I like these parts.
Do you think we'll see Herod? Before...
Their fates intertwined
Let's go together.
with mine. But for now, they focused on their gods.
Yep, got to deal with everybody else's gods first before you can deal with your own. So, so there we go. We're back in camp. All right. Excellent. Well, I'm going to leave it here, folks. I'm going to do some inventory management, but more importantly, I'm going to go get some damn food because I'm starting to get hungry. It's noon here on the West Coast, and I'm starving. But there's a high probability that I will come back online later if my voice will let me. So, everyone who was here today during the chat, thank you so much for showing up. As usual, if you dig it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. Leave questions and comments down below. I'll see you next time, and until then, happy gaming, everyone.